Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking into the near future. We are going to select the envelope that is calling to you the most, and within it there are different tarot and oracle cards. There could be anything in here, anywhere. I mean, just think of it. The sky's the limit here. All kinds of possibilities could be waiting for you inside. So do select whichever envelope is calling to you the most. The red with the kitsune, the yellow with the dragonfly, crazy lace agate, or the blue here with the dragon pentacle. Please do realize that this is a general reading and not a personal one. So there's no reason to take anything personally if it's not resonating. Just take what does, leave the rest. If you feel drawn to listen to more than one, obviously there's a reason for that. Don't second guess or, don't question your intuition. Always go with it because it will never do you wrong. Okay, so anyways, go ahead, select red, yellow, or blue. And I'm going to go ahead and reveal the envelope, please. For those of you who selected the red envelope, let's take a look, and the fluorite kitsune. Let's take a look and see what is in the envelope for you guys, shall we? Let's go ahead and make sure we pull everything out of here. Yep, we got it all. Cool. All right. Put this guy over here. Hang on, I just realized something. Bear with me, folks. I just realized I didn't light my candle. Can't have that. And there we go. All right, guys, let us see what we got going on here in this group. What does the near future hold for you? Is it people? Is it love? Is it career stuff? Let's find out. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Knight of Wands. And we have the Seven of Cups. So we have, as far as archetypes go, we have victim, we have maiden, we have queen. How very, very interesting. We have career, we have June, we have October, we have March, and we have wealth. Okay, guys, what's up? All right, we've got career and wealth. This is definitely what this is having to do with. These particular months are going to be of importance. We already just, went through March. So perhaps this is March of 2025 we're looking all the way into. But we have June and October here are going to be pivotal moments and time periods. We have lucky number 168, divine realm. We also have idealism with the 11th house with Sun and Aquarius. Alrighty, this is very interesting. We're getting, somewhere here. I'm trying to fit all these cards down here, you guys, so that you can actually see them. And then we have card 28. Holy shit. Oh my God. This is so weird. I'm going to move this guy over here. Okay. Sorry. Do my best to fit everything here. This is lucky number 168, right? We have card 68 with foreigners, and we literally have the Knight of Wands. And then we have card 21 with keys. The divine realm. You have many chances to make your future great. The plans you set yourself should give you hope for living a greater destiny. Yes, I feel this group, some people here are coming out of a phase right now where maybe they were kind of naive, a little immature, where we're very much in that maiden aspect. Perhaps this is your archetype as well, the maiden, but you are blossoming into a queen. You are going past. And if you haven't already reached this point, and you're in an immature kind of phase where you're feeling stuck or you are playing too much the victim here, this is the nod saying, okay, enough of this. You have the ability to be the queen of your own realm, and really stand out, and like if you've been feeling confused as to what you want to go for in regards to career, because once you're on your set path for your career, maybe you've had some question as if your current career or what you want to go into, what field you want to, maybe you've been feeling like you're overwhelmed, like there's so many choices and stuff like this. And you kind of maybe even feel stuck, or maybe you think, or you have been conditioned to believe that you cannot pursue your goal or your dream that you've always wanted to do, maybe even since you were very small, something like a career-wise, because people were very negative. Maybe there's people surrounding you who were, telling you you can't do that. And so you're like, you think that you're a victim of this circumstance, but really you're not. Okay. It's like the Eight of Swords is all about, you can untie yourself and walk the fuck away whenever the hell you want. You don't have to live in this victimhood or thinking that, oh, woe is me, and I can never go for my dreams, or I can never go out for what I want to do, because somebody's always, or maybe you really badly want to move the fuck away, or you want to travel to a distant land or something like this. These cards are saying, yes, you can do that. And in fact, you need to do this desperately, because this is what is going to really mature you. You are going to really come into your own power, your own strength. You're no longer going to be this little innocent little maiden. You're going to become this fucking queen and own shit. Part of owning, your own realm and stuff is owning your own shit and owning, your own taking responsibility for your actions. That is something that desperately needs to happen here. Because it is like literally written in, the stars. You are supposed to do that dream, that thing that you have in the back of your head, that dream that you want to pursue. You're supposed to go down that route. You're supposed to do this because it is you're going to learn a lot about yourself in the process. Okay. Most definitely. So, obviously we have keys. I do see like movement, like where you are moving into a new place, like a place of your own. Perhaps this is part of your dream, is you've always wanted to have a house of your own. Maybe within your family, you're going to be the first person to actually be a property owner, which is very exciting. Don't think that for one second you can't. And I know there are a lot of people out there who are whining and bitching and complaining and saying, oh, I can never own a home. I can never this. Yeah, whatever. No, you can own a home, but in order to own one, sometimes you have to come down a little bit in what your expectations are. And you start at base one and you purchase a home, and maybe it's not the biggest house in the world, and maybe it's not the fanciest, but it's going to be yours. And you start there, and from there you can actually move up. Okay, that is how it works. I think a lot of people think that they're just going to move into some swanky freaking house and have whatever they want from, like, as a first home buyer. Let me tell you, honey, there's not one single person I know, okay, and I know lots of people who own homes who started out that way. Not even people with money, okay, who, actually did things for themselves and just didn't get handed something. It's like even the people I know who came from homes where they had a lot of fucking wealth and money, they still wanted to do it themselves and do it for their own. They would start out in condos, or they would start out in small houses or whatever. The point is, you can do this. It takes time. It takes work. And it takes patience, and it's waiting for you out there. But you have to be realistic, okay? Seriously, like the first home that I freaking lived in was 1,400 square feet, okay, that we purchased. That's small. For some places, that's big. I mean, if you're going to compare it to a New York City apartment, that's a fucking mansion. But it's like, the point is that's where I began. You can do this too. Okay, if I can do it, you can fucking do it. It just requires creativity. It requires savings. It requires responsibility. It requires accepting responsibility for your current state and, going for what it is. I know for a fact that there are so many people out there who think that they can't achieve these things, but it's like you really can if you just put your nose to the grindstone and work for it a little bit. Whenever you get into a situation where you're like, God, I fucking hate this. I hate that I have to, do this. But think of it this way. This too shall pass. And maybe for a little while you're pinching pennies and you're a little bit uncomfortable, but guess what? It's worth it in the long run, because then you're going to have abundance later. So, there's different ways of going about it, but I see this group is definitely, it's written in the stars that you're supposed to do that. And it's funny because we have foreigners. For some of you, definitely, you will be a foreigner in a foreign land. This is where your career and your wealth is. Perhaps your own home country is not where the loyalties will lie with you. It's like believe me, I understand this one. You might end up actually living in a completely different country, because that is where you become a success and that is where you become wealthy. And there's not a goddamn thing wrong with that, So anyway, we have this one, idealism. Again, it's like, I feel like that you have this idea in your head that it's like, oh, it has to be this exact fucking way or else I'm just going to give up and pout and throw in the towel. It's like, no. You need to have an open mind, because if anybody's got a fucking open mind, that would be an Aquarius. Okay. Like where, Aquarius sun or Aquarius rise, especially Aquarius risings, we're very humanitarian, very open-minded, and, we let our freak flag fly, and we just basically, think outside the box. We're accepting of all levels of weirdness or whatever. It's like you have to keep in mind that things might not go exactly, but you're going to be like pretty fucking close. Okay. Let me just put you that way. So let's take a look at this card and see what the circumstances are relating to this. Also, there are some keywords and stuff with both of these cards, which we're going to get into. I definitely see you guys making friends like through your career. And you're going to make a lot of money, and it's definitely through friends. There's like a friend. There could even be a friend coming in this is how you end up in this other place, is because you have this friend that comes in who literally says, oh, you should come home with me and let me show you where I'm from and stuff like this. I have a cousin or an uncle or something like this who has a company that you'd be perfect for. You should look into it and check it out. I mean, I feel like there's a whole new level of community and friends and a whole new family waiting for you elsewhere. So, this one, okay, the sun in Aquarius. Let's take a look at this, okay? Hold on, bear with me, y'all. So when this shows up, it often indicates help from friends with power and influence. It shows that taking the lead in a group activity could be rewarding, especially if the cause arouses the questioner's humanitarian instincts. So the events here are eccentric behavior, an original idea or an invention. So maybe this is what, you have this idea for a business or something that you really want to pursue. This is like literally saying you should give it a try, give it a whirl. So involvement in an attention-seeking act, sudden upset, lateral thinking. An influential acquaintance gives a helping hand. I really feel like that one is on point, okay? So, and by the way, 11, 68, 168, 21, these all could be important numbers for you. All right, so let's take a look at 21, the keywords with this one, with keys. This is resolution of problems, avoided danger, inner growth. Also on the shadow side, it could be postponements, ghosts from the past, and unrest. So with card 68 there, we have brotherly love, affability, mutual aid. And then on the flip side, in the shadow realm of things, it could be discrimination, self-importance, and selfishness. And I'm just going to say it, okay? Please realize I'm reading what is in the cards, so nobody get butthurt for what I'm about to say, okay? That's on you if you get like that. But here we go. With this in particular, the self-importance and the selfishness could even be coming from your end of things, where you're thinking, I'm just so self-important that I should never get my hands dirty, or I don't have to freaking settle for this, like starting off like, you know, at the bottom and working my way up to the top. There are a lot of people out there who are like that. I hate to say it. Just make sure that, you know, or you could be dealing with somebody like this too, which is really fucking frustrating. But you know, just make sure that you don't go down that route. Okay. It's just a warning saying, hey, don't do this, because you have to realize that in order to have great success, great career, you know, massive wealth and things like this, you're going to have to work for it. You're going to have to start somewhere. And it's usually at the beginner's entry level or the bottom. But this group most definitely can work their way up to the top. You know, you just have to believe in yourself, and you can't act like this. You know, prevents you from letting yourself be, when you're working in the light, this is what, like on the light side of things, prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. We don't want to do that. That is what the warning is. We don't want to do this. And then the shadow attributes are playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. Okay. Those are your warnings. So, you know, and every single one of these, you know, readings I'm going to have has one of these kind of cards in it. So, but like I said, you know, take what resonates, leave the rest, but you got to be, it's like truth time. I feel like you got to be accepting of your current state, and, you know, admit if you've been, you know, kind of victimizing other people, or else you have been having a pity party, basically. You know, that's very much pity party right there, you know, and it's like, we don't need to do that anymore, because you have the capabilities to really be successful. You know, you have the chances to make your future great. The plans you set yourself should give you hope of living a greater destiny. Exactly. And being the queen of your realm, not this little, you know, if you've been playing oh, I'm the innocent mate. Also, for those of you who are waiting for someone to come rescue you, like you're the freaking, you know, damsel in distress, forget about it. You're supposed to rescue yourself in this instance. And on the way, while you're doing this, you're definitely going to run into someone very exciting, very fun, like they're going to keep you on your toes, and you're going to be globetrotting with this person. Okay. I mean, it's like there's a whole new realm of things opening up, but you have to open your mind and get out of this funk in order for this to happen. You know, focus on one thing at a time. Make a to-do list, make a priority list, and don't even worry about the rest of what's on it. Just focus on one task at a time. Don't think about the past. Don't think about the future, what you still have to do. You just complete that freaking task, persevere, keep your eyes on the prize, and then cross them off as you go, and you will be fucking raking in the dough, being very successful, and literally reaching that envisioned ideal lifestyle that you really want to have. It will happen. It can manifest. But if you get stuck in this kind of a mentality, don't expect anything to happen, because no one is just going to hand it over to you. You have to get it yourself. This group is very independent, I feel like. Even if you don't feel like you are so much now, you really are. Okay. You just need to tap into it and, you know, let the garbage go. Okay. Let the pity party go for sure. And like I said, October, June, and March, these could be very key time periods, as well as when the sun is in Aquarius. Obviously, we've already passed that, but I'm telling you, I think from starting now, going into next year, you have some really interesting changes and plans to be utilized. So you guys get to work. So anyway, that's it. That's all I have for this reading. By the way, I have to mention this is like very creative energy. This is very Neptunian energy. So I get the sense that many of you are quite creative, and you should definitely use those abilities, okay, and apply them to your career. All right. So that's it. That's all I have for this reading. Please make sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell. If you'd like to check out more readings by me or get a personal one, you can head over to my Patreon. The link is in the drop-down box below. Thank you for being with me, and I will catch you next time. For those of you who chose our yellow envelope with the dragonfly crazy lace agate, this is such a happy color and like very uplifting is what I'm feeling. Before I even look in this envelope, I feel like you guys like to laugh. I hear giggles. It's so weird. You guys have gone through a lot of transformation, and I feel like you have more on the way. Okay. You are definitely going to be transformed within the next year. Most definitely. I think that that solar eclipse has really triggered some new beginnings for you guys. All right. So let's see what the envelope, please, right? Let's see what's inside here. All right. Let's set that over there. What do we got for this group? The Knight of Swords. We have the Fool. And we have the Four of Pentacles. Wow. We have the 6th house with Virgo, Mercury and Virgo, the 6th house with caution. We have Clinger. We have Leo. We have Don Juan. We also have Car with 8, card 8. Okay, we have the 6th house. We have card 8. By the way, this is a career house. We have number 62 with writing. We also have, holy shit, what was I saying? Was I not saying the solar eclipse, in which the solar eclipse was in Aries and, you know, conjuncting that North Node transit? And we literally have house 1 with Aries and Mars, self and identity. And then the areas, the areas of life that this is about are love and happiness. Love and happiness. Okay, we have November, we have January, and we have May. So I feel like, honestly, guys, I feel like this is going in, like I said, this goes right into next year. May is going to be a very important month. November. November. I like me some November. I have reasons. And we have January. All right. What am I saying here? If you guys have been procrastinating, you've been very cautious about letting others in, I feel like, and you've been holding out. You have been like literally clinging to something. I think some of you guys, if you've been saving up money for a car, I definitely see it happening. Okay. And you will be purchasing a brand new car, or, you know, your first car. I see it happening. Because maybe you've been saving up for that. But I feel like also when it comes to love and happiness, some of you guys have been just way too closed off. And have been like approaching everything with caution, like too much caution. It's good to have boundaries. Absolutely. You absolutely need, it's imperative you have boundaries. But I feel like this group has put up fucking straight up goddamn brick wall fortresses with a fucking moat around it when it comes to opening yourself up to love and happiness. Okay. There needs to be more of a fucking taking a leap of faith and really charging forward. And this is very interesting because this is the Knight of Swords. This is, you pull out that sword to blazing and you just charge into battle and you're go, go, go. That is very Aries energy. Okay. I sense that, you guys have been clinging to safety net too much. And it's funny because we have fire sign energy here. Okay. Hardcore. We do have the 6th house. Maybe your person that you're going to be falling in love with is very seductive and very passionate. They have a big heart. Okay. Because we have all these hearts. And then, you know, when we're dealing with Leo, that rules the heart. You know, Aries is the head. And I feel like you guys have been too much in your head and not enough in your heart. And you need to take a leap of faith and realize that if you want to have more love and happiness into your life, you're going to have to open up. You cannot be closed off, and you can't be, I mean, you want to approach it with a certain, you know, you want to watch for red flags. But I feel like since we're dealing with Virgo here, you guys are way too fucking nitpicky. Like, you know, it's like nobody is perfect. Not one single person on this planet is perfect, but there is somebody who is perfect for you, but they're going to have flaws just like you do. Okay. We all have them. We all have our quirks. We all have our weaknesses. And I know, you know, maybe you've been a bit too harsh in your speech, especially when you're picking people apart. And maybe you've missed out on some fucking opportunities especially for love and happiness, but because you have too high of a standard, where there's no opening, like nothing, there's too stuck, too harsh, too fixed, where you need to be a little bit more mutable and go with the flow and realize, maybe you have imagined this particular fantasy person in your head where you're going to come close, but nobody's going to ever be all the way that, you know what I mean? Because it's something that is a fantasy, but it is like guidelines, okay, as we say, that you can use to literally manifest a partner, okay? But will they have every single fucking one of those things? Probably not. I have seen like things in the past on the internet where they're doing those little dating things. And there was this one, I'll never forget it. This chick, she had like impossible standards. And there were guys who were in the little thing who were interested in her and they were hot. And it's like they were cute and charming and stuff. And she fucking, because they're not 6'5", she couldn't date them. If they're not this, I can't date you. If you don't make this exact amount of money, I can't date you. It was like her standards were ridiculous. And it was embarrassing, okay, to watch it. It was so cringy, and not one guy, everyone just kept walking out of the room because they're like, fuck this bitch. She's impossible to freaking please. She is a pain in the ass. She is like beyond high maintenance. She's a nightmare, okay? We have to be open-minded when we're approaching love and happiness, okay? And realize it's not always going to show up in the way that you think, okay? We have to have some flexibility there, right? But at the same time, we don't want to be dumb either, okay? We have to use common sense, okay? Which I think there's a lot of people out there who don't have any, okay? As evidenced when you drive down the highway sometimes, okay? So anyway, but with Aries and Mars, we have self and identity. The first house symbolizes the acting self, the personality as it appears to others, and the unfolding of one's individual destiny. So what do you have in your first house? What zodiac sign is on the first house? If it's Leo or freaking Virgo, or possibly Taurus, Gemini, Scorpio or Sagittarius, perhaps Aquarius or Capricorn or Aquarius. Hello, friend. Anyway, I'm calling you out, Aries, obviously Leo. But I feel like there is definitely somebody who's coming in. They are fucking way charming. They could even like do something with writing, or they do a lot of communicating for their job. They're very passionate. They are one hell of a lover, because we have that Don Juan, and it says spotlights your positive, seductive qualities. I get the sense that they're extraordinarily seductive. They probably have dark hair. It's weird because I'm seeing dark hair and then I'm seeing really light hair. It's one or the other. The shadow side, and it says using the power of romantic attraction for private agendas. Just make sure that you are not doing that. Okay, remember, it's kind of like, that was just, that right there, that shadow aspect is kind of like what I was just talking about in a way, sort of. But I get the sense that this person, and we have sunflowers. Holy shit. Summer is going to be important for you guys. I feel like Leo season is going to be very important for you. But I'm seeing all those sunflowers. So obviously summertime is going to be an important time. Obviously the 8th. The number 62 is important. Yeah, even if you reduce this in numerology, you still get 8. Holy shit. So 8's going to be a very important number for you. Perhaps 8 is your personality number, okay? Or it is your life path number. Or perhaps this is the year that you are in right now. Well, 2024 is an 8 year. So this year is a very important turning point for you guys in regards to love and happiness. Now we have clinger, remember? No clinging to anything, clinging to the past, trying to cling to certain ways of being. It's not going to work for you anymore. There needs to be some opening it up and like letting your seductive side come out. Wearing more red could be important. So let's take a look at the caution to see what, because this has like events and things connected to it. Let's take a look and see what this is. By the way, the sixth house has to do with your health and your fitness. Maybe your appearance. You've been working really hard on working on your fitness and stuff like this. And if you're not, you should. I feel like health could be very much highlighted for you. I also feel like your everyday schedule, your everyday routine, your everyday employment is going to be transforming this year. So let's take a look at Mercury in Virgo. Okay, this card usually indicates a need to carefully examine the pros and cons of a problem before taking any action. Virgo doesn't rush heedlessly into things. Although the card indicates a specialist, as with all Mercury contacts, it holds the potential for more than one skill to fall back on in an emergency. So maybe you've been like so paranoid of like letting loose on some stuff or spending a little bit of money on yourself, or, you know, going for that car. Like, I feel like somebody here has been really working hard to save up for their dream car. You're going to get it. Okay. And it's going to be very exciting, but you have lots of skills and potential to bring in cash flow as well as love. The events here are detailed craft work, cataloging, a laborious task needing care and patience, restoration of order at work, a need to plan ahead. That's really interesting. Maybe you always feel like you have to have a plan, like, you know, but some things you just can't plan, like love and happiness. They just kind of are. They exist within you and without you. You know, they're there always for, you know, to step into that vibration, to bring more of that into your life. It's all within you. You are the key to that. It resides within your heart center always. Look at all the hearts. There's a heart right here, hearts right here. You know, you have the capability to really stand out and shine right now. So make sure you do that. So there's keywords with these two. Let's take a look at card 8 first. I do feel like maybe there's some travel here. If you've been considering traveling, or if you're saving up to travel, this is your green light. Let's see. With card, it says imminent trip, successful personality, good luck. And on the flip side, it says identity crisis, inability to react, and inexperience. The Fool is very inexperienced. But you know what I love about the Fool? They just go for it. This is Uranus energy too. So it's just like, let's do it. You know, fuck it. You know, and it's very quick and sudden. You know how it's like talking about there's a need to plan. For those of you who always fly by the seat of your pants, it will do you well to plan more ahead. But for those of you who are total sticklers for always having to have a schedule and knowing every fucking goddamn last minute of an itinerary, you guys need to loosen the fuck up and just leap in and enjoy life a little bit more and quit being so strict and so stuffy. I feel like that's not very appealing when really you're quite appealing if you just let up a little bit and cut loose and put your hair down. You know, be more like turn on your seductive qualities and powers and stuff like that. Okay. So let's see for number 62 with the writing. Let's take a look at this here. Pay attention. The writing is on the wall. Just went into my head. So this is self-assertiveness, inner enrichment, progress. The flip side is incompetence, debasement, insufficient income. Okay, maybe you guys, because he's not broke. Okay, I'm just saying that he just is really miserly and too much of a Scrooge. Okay, you possibly feel like you're never going to have enough money, or maybe this is something that you're just never ever satisfied, when really you need to stop, breathe, take a break, smell the roses, take a trip, go on a freaking road trip, whatever, go see some, you need to get the fuck away from work for a little bit, and let your hair down and have some more fun, because it's going to open you up to new possibilities. Something is going to occur and something is going to happen. Definitely could be with a fire sign here. That is going to come very suddenly, very much a surprise. Now this, when I say fire sign, that could be their sun or their rising, or they can have definite heavy fifth house places. They could have heavy first house placements. Sorry, God, Mercury retrograde. But yeah, I really feel like, I mean, this is just going to come out of the blue and it's going to be quite sudden. Travel has something to do with this too. I really feel like that, like a change of locale, a change of place, an adventure, a trip, just going for it. Like when you finally like chill the fuck out, let loose, and just go. And this could be a spontaneous road trip even, or something, where it's going to lead you on this fucking amazing adventure where you're going to find a lot of passion and a lot of love. Maybe there's something to do with music, dancing. I feel like this person is very athletic. They have a very athletic body. They could even like run, and they could be very fast runner. Why do I feel like they're an athlete or a warrior or both? But God, are they romantic? They are going to fucking knock your socks off. You could be even taking a road trip to like a very charming city, or like town or something that is definitely by the ocean. You might have to go through a set of mountains. You know what's really weird is I totally thought of Carmel. Have you guys ever been there or seen pictures of Carmel, California? It's like these trees right here kind of remind me of that. And then, you have these rocky outcrops along the coastline there, and there's water. It's next to Monterey, California. It's a fucking very charming, very unique place. There is white sand beach, like legit, like white sand beach. Like resorts in Maui bought sand from Carmel to put on their, I think it was their golf course or something. Because I was like chit-chatting one day when I was there with some of the residents who work in government, actually. And they were telling me about that. And I'm like, no fucking way. But it's like, yeah, maybe for somebody that could be like a place that you go. It's so fucking cute and so charming. There's like literal storybook houses with thatch roofs and shit. It's crazy. I mean, it's like not what you it's like you're in a little fantasy land in California. It's kind of wild. That's one of the places that came up. Anywhere where there's like mountainous, where it meets the sea, that could fit the bill. But Carmel in particular came into my head for whatever reason. And there is a lot of farmland on your way there and around that area. And they do, they grow a lot of artichokes and garlic and onions, which you can definitely smell. Strawberries, that's another one. Sunflowers. I don't recall seeing a lot of sunflowers, but sunflowers grow on freaking properties. A lot of farms have them. A lot of people plant them now for like, Instagrammable pictures or whatever. But anyway, I see there is like some serious adventure coming your way. I mean, it's all going to be starting like, that solar eclipse definitely triggered some shit. The lunar and the solar eclipse triggered some big changes in you. More adventurous side of you is coming out. The more fuck it, let's say yes for a change, that kind of a mentality. I think you're going to throw caution to the wind in this case and definitely take that leap of faith and just go for it. I feel like you're just sick and tired of being sick and tired and you want some adventure in your life. You've earned it. And so therefore you should definitely let the hair down, because romance and happiness is definitely coming your way, honey. And it is going to be hot. By the way, I don't know why. It's like, I just thought of the reading that the last reading I did here on YouTube. There's the part 2 that's over on my Patreon. That's like all the intimacy and sex life and stuff. And for some reason, that reading was really coming through. I'm at like saying, hey, you guys should go listen to that for whatever reason. So, because there could be something in those, one of those groups there on Patreon, for that part 2 of that reading that could actually resonate for this group, I feel like. So you should definitely check it out. It could have meaning to you. Why, you know, I see the colors in particular, gold, and it's funny because we were the yellow envelope. I see the colors, obviously red, green. I think jewel tones, you wearing jewel tones is going to really be like make you stand out. You'll look more beautiful. And you know, one of these colors is definitely going to look particularly beautiful on you, and it's really going to make your eyes pop and your skin look nice. So yeah, anyways, so interesting stuff right around the corner for you guys. So that's it. That's all I have for this group. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a reading with me. Make sure to check out my Patreon for those of you who want to hear that other reading, because why do I feel like there's something in there that would resonate? So anyways, guys, that's it. Thank you for being with me. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Okay, for my final group, those of you who selected the blue with the dragon labradorite pentacle here, this is going to be your reading. We've had some interesting stuff come up in these, so let's see. The envelope, please. Okay, let's take a look and see what we got in this one for you guys. All right, what do we got? Wow. All right. Oh, well, look at this. We have the Ten of Swords, the Drama Queen card. We have Temperance. And we have the Magician. We have Queen. Oh my God, I said Drama Queen, and we have Queen. No way. We have Intuitive. We have Dawn One. Why is this energy coming up for fucking more than one group? Totally different decks. What are the odds? Wow. Okay. We have root number 0, Infinity and Eternity. Very interesting. We have Excitement with Mercury and Gemini. Oh yeah, baby. Third house. We have number 52 with Fishing. We have 5 with Weapons. Areas of life we're talking about, folks, are success and marriage. Wow. And we have the months of September and August. August and September. Summer is going to be an interesting month or time period for you, as well as Sagittarius season, I feel like. Gemini season could be an important turning point. Very interesting stuff. So Mercury, communication is key here for the success of this group. But I do see, like, you need to communicate clearly with your love interests. I really do feel that way. I get the sense that many of you, oh, wow, we're being a little bit of a drama queen and something, you know, when it comes to, there needs to be more temperance here applied when it comes to your relationships. I feel like more balance. And I feel like this person that's coming in definitely balances you. I get the sense in the past, you could have been dealing with somebody who was definitely that Don Juan type of freaking person. Maybe they freaking hurt you a little bit, but you know what? There's somebody, you don't assume that everybody's like that. You need to look at your intuition and really tap into it at this time. And apply some balance and some restraint and some moderation when it comes to your relationships and how you approach them. Because if you want to avoid needless drama and a bunch of bullshit, you need to freaking put on the brakes a little bit. And I think some of you have like rushed into things too much, or you start projecting immediately when you have met somebody in the past, assuming that they're the one when really they're just looking for a piece of ass, like a booty call or something. And that needs to be quelled. Okay. No more of that. You need to approach with every new person you meet with some temperance, with some balance. You need to set boundaries for yourself. And you need to realize that you have, maybe you feel like you have to like cling and just like, like rush and like be all over this person like right away because they're going to bail. But you have to realize the ball's in your court. You have a lot of talents and a lot of freaking personality and a lot of skills especially using your intuition. I feel like maybe in the past you guys haven't been listening to your intuition enough. You're avoiding seeing red flags, but in this case, there is somebody who's coming in who most definitely is going to be very balancing. Again, I'm saying this person most definitely probably could be a Sag. That's definite. They could be a Leo or a Virgo, or maybe even a Libra, okay, because of these months. But I really feel it's so strong that it's coming out Sag. You know, this could be a Sag rising or a Sag sun sign. But with the drama card here, so what the deal is with the 10 of Swords, this is kind of like the death card light. This, and there's another one in tarot that I call that. But it's like, you live to fight another day. You know what I mean? It's like, I think that you don't want to make mountains out of molehills. This is going to resonate for somebody here. You need to chill a little bit, okay, when it comes to expectation as well. Now, with the Queen here, and this actually, both of these archetypes came up, different decks in different reading, which is really interesting. But with the Queen, the light attributes are radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. This is the aspect that you want to bring out in yourself at this time. In the shadow, it becomes arrogant when authority is challenged, controlling and demanding. Okay, that's very Leo. This is like, reminds me of the Queen of Wands, you know, where she is very, you know, regal feminine. She uses her benevolent authority. She's very charismatic. When she walks in a room, everyone notices her. She smiles. Everyone wants to socialize with her. She's friendly. She's warm-hearted. She has a great laugh. She's fun to be around. On the flip side, she's a massive bitch who's stick in the mud, who's a real downer, you know, and is very arrogant and rude. And if you freaking even so much as challenge, you know, anything that they throw a fit and you know, they quit, they throw a big drama, you know, this is very drama, oh my God, you know. When this needs to be dialed back a little bit, and you need to approach things in a different way, and watch the way you communicate, because you do have somebody who's coming in who's like, literally, you guys are going to be together throughout eternity. You come in different forms into each lifetime, like you will play different roles, but you will always be in one another's life because you are each other's other half, you know. And it says, deep secret of the spiritual root of material nature and the hidden potential for the creation of all future objects and phenomenon. Very powerful shit. When you get together with this person, by acting like a drama queen, you're cutting yourself off from this person. But when you open up and you become the magnanimous side of things, and you utilize all your skills, especially when it comes to communicating clearly and correctly with moderation, understanding filters, okay, when it comes to communication and stuff, because literally we do have Mercury here in Gemini, and we have Mercury's card here even. So it's very, very vital and very crucial that you approach things in these ways. Your communication is everything. This is what's going to bring you success. It's also what's going to attract your marriage partner. You know, and again, this person is somebody you've been together with for fucking eons. Now with fishing, this is so interesting. Fishing for compliments, fishing for attention. That's this. I mean, I totally like, you know, constantly fishing. It's like, just chill. Approach it with some balance. Everything's good. I also feel like you guys will end up moving into a very beautiful location with this person. The house is very charming. You have beautiful gardens outside of it. Again, there's like willow trees there. So there's got to be like mountains. There's all kinds of like, it's a very charming, almost like where there's like wine country. That's like what I'm seeing here, okay? This could also be where you end up meeting this person, which is interesting. So think of all the areas where there's like wine country. I mean, where I live, we fucking rival California for that now. And it's pretty fucking beautiful too. God, it's beautiful. yeah, and you know, California is another place. There's France. I mean, come on. There's Italy. There's everywhere. There's fucking all kinds of places like this in the world. But I see this person coming in as very exciting. Now, it's interesting we have weapons. When this card comes up, it's like I want to say there's no reason to like weaponize your words or always be on the defensive. You need to let it like be open. But set boundaries that aren't too like restrictive, I guess you could say. Also, this person could like literally know something about straight up weapons or weaponry. Maybe they're a collector of like ancient weaponry. Maybe they're a martial artists. Maybe they work in the military or work for the military. We have fishing. I mean, this could even be like there is some sort of like maybe they fish. I mean, it could be quite literal like that. Or they have an area. You know what this reminds me of? Ready for it? It was weird because I said Italy. I don't know why. Lake Como came into mind because you know those houses on the lake, and they have like gorgeous like you know, like stone kind of like I guess you would call it like verandas or in like with docks and things like this where you can jump into the lake. I mean, it's like or park your boat in front of it or whatever. I don't know why I'm seeing that. That's super specific, but it's coming through here. But I see major excitement. We have the third house, which has to do with our neighbors, short travel and short distances. It just travel in general. Okay. Cars, planes, automobiles, you know, freaking trains, whatever, trains, planes, automobiles, you know, any kind of travel, like something that you travel in. So I do feel there's travel involved here. This person could be really good on horseback as well. There could be something to that. Oh, you know what else I saw is like, you know, when I forget what it's called. I'm sorry. I don't remember what it's called. It's like when they get on the horseback. And I'm not talking about medieval times or jousting, but that could be something too. But when I know they do it in Japan where they get on the horseback and then they have the bow and arrow and they just like shoot targets while they're moving on the horse. I can't remember what the name of that. It's like a festival or something where they do that, a competition. That was going in my head, very specific. But anyway, let's take a look at this card and see the meaning behind this one, shall we? There is actual like meanings like and events associated with this that could have something to do with this. When this card appears, it usually indicates that the questioner will benefit from a period of busy, communicative socializing with plenty of short trips related to the question. Negatively, the excitement card can denote constant changing of the mind, a jumping from one decision to the next with equal excitement and enthusiasm that annoys others. And I'm just going to say it, that's a Libra thing, okay? Like literally, yeah, it really is. So that does happen, especially with Libra risings. It's like constant changing of the mind, constantly like, you know, flip-flopping back between the two things. It's because Libra doesn't want to make a bad decision. But sometimes when you question too much, you just annoy people. And it's like you not making a decision is also a decision to not make the damn decision and move forward. You know what I mean? So the events associated with this are a publicity campaign, a new subject for study, an opportunity to make a speech, an important decision, changing one's mind on an important issue, and a busy social calendar. Lots of communication involved. Okay, but use moderation. Set boundaries. Don't go overboard with your emotions either. You know, if something doesn't go your way, don't throw a fucking fit because that just is going to put people off for sure. So let's see the keywords with our weapons card and our fishing card. These have keywords. By the way, we do have the number 3, we have 5, and we have 52, and also 7. Okay, because if we reduce that in numerology, we have 7. So these are all important numbers. Okay, so we have 5 first. Let's see what weapons. Abandon fears and tension. Yep. Time to abandon those fears, though. Let go of the tension. Don't go drama queen, remember? So on the flip side, this is about self-love, spiritual evolution, and courage. Okay? Completely. Yes, it's time to have that courage and, explore, expand your horizons. By the way, Sagittarius, that's Temperance's card, Temperance is Sagittarius, has to do with foreign travel. And it's funny because this is talking about short trips, but this is talking about foreign travel. And also higher education, higher learning. If any of you are thinking about going back to school and stuff, this is your green light to say, yes, you should definitely do that, because through this process, you're going to meet someone quite special. Okay, so let's see card 52. Abundance. Free trips. What? Oh my gosh. Gratification of the senses. On the flip side, it's shortage of ideas, little money, and emotional crisis. Okay, emotional crisis right there. Free trips. Why do I feel like you're going to meet somebody and it's like literally like locally traveling, like doing something local? Maybe even going to like a polo match or like horse races or something like this. It's funny because I mentioned wine country. There you go. And then you run into this person and yeah, you end up traveling the world together. Or they take you to go see different places, or, I don't know, think about it. There's a lot of travel involved with this group. Your person is definitely like something about like being at a distance, but you will like meet them in the physical, but you will be traveling together. Okay. So with the 52, where was I? Okay, little money, emotional crisis. Yeah. Communication is definitely something to do with the way you communicate, okay? Whether this is through speaking, writing, singing even, okay? This is definitely has something to do with this, okay? Really, really interesting stuff here. Exciting. Make sure you're using your intuition, okay? And this person that's coming in, they are really romantic. Like hardcore, and boy, are they rare. You know what I mean? Handsome, good looking. They're probably dark haired. Okay. Probably like paler skin. I get the sense that they have an accent. Eyes could be lighter, colored, definitely like more blue or a lighter color like that. I see this person having thick eyelashes. They have really nice mouth. It's like just like you're mesmerized by their mouth and their eyes. There's something about that completely. Very sexy. Maybe they wear a lot of dark colors, maybe even a lot of black. They're very fox-like, okay? What's very weird? It's like we have fox, which is a canid, by the way. And then we have the black cat back here, which is, very feline, very slinky, very sexy. It's like both of these animals are very much that, mentality where it's like they're clever, they're slinky, they're sexy. I think the fox is way more playful, obviously, but it's like, and a trickster, a little bit of a joker. So I get the sense this person is like a really good communicator and they're very funny. They're very witty. Okay. They're multi-talented. This person is so fucking talented. Like they can literally pick up anything and be very good at it. I just feel that. But there's something about their eyes. They're very like fox-like or they're very cat-like. Both of those, it's very interesting for canid. Fox, the pupil of a fox is more like a cat, but it is a canid, which is very interesting. They're very unique animals. So I get the sense their eyes are very much like that. They are a stunner and they will like ooze sensuality and just like, it's like they suck you right in, That's what I'm feeling here. They're extraordinarily exciting. You are opening yourself up to a whole new adventure where you are going to be exploring. It looks like it's going to be a very exciting time coming up. Okay. Alrighty, guys. So that is it. That is all I am seeing for this group. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. If you'd like to check more readings out by me, please head over to my Patreon. The last reading I did here on YouTube, the second half of that is over on my Patreon if you want to check it out and look at this sexy schmexy stuff. There could be something in that particular reading that falls in line with this. I really do feel like that. It did on the other group too. Okay, I didn't say that for the first, but these last two, I really felt that. So anyways, guys, that's it. Enjoy your day, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.